Hello everyone, this is CA Samiksha Sethia. I hope you all are studying really hard for your upcoming examinations. This particular video, guys, is for those students who are going to appear for their CA intermediate examinations in May 21 exam or in future attempts. So if you are going to appear in the May 21 attempt और आपने prepare किया है for your CA intermediate audit paper referring the old study material of the institute, guys, let me tell you that institute has released their new study material for almost all the subjects at the CA inter and final levels. And if you have prepared using the old study material, now you have to go through the changes that have been made in the new study material. And to make your life a little easy, what I have done in this Let's Update Audit series, as you can see, this is session number 13 of our Let's Update Audit series. Already we have done 12 sessions and all the 12 chapters, previous 12 chapters have been covered. तो इस सेशन के अंदर बेसिकली इस लेट्स अपडेट ऑडिट सीरीज में हम क्या कर रहे हैं, जो भी डिफरेंशियल पोर्शन है बिटवीन द ओल्ड स्टडी मटेरियल एंड द न्यू स्टडी मटेरियल, दैट वी आर कवरिंग यूजिंग दिस लेट्स अपडेट ऑडिट सीरीज. इफ यू आर वॉचिंग दिस सेशन फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, मैं इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक अटैच कर दूंगी टू द प्लेलिस्ट of all the earlier sessions so that you can update yourself with all the changes that have been made in each and every chapter. Basically changes किस तरह के हैं मैम? Changes in the form of say new introduction of case studies, examples, कुछ concepts जो कि standards on auditing के part थे, इन्होंने अब क्या किया है, इंस्टीट्यूट ने study material आपके module का part बना दिया है. So when I go through the changes that have been made in the audit report chapter, say for example, you will see that a lot of topics are such which you have already covered in your SA 700 series. But फिर भी मैं आपको यहाँ पे दिखा रही हूँ कि इस पोर्शन को आप इंस्टीट्यूट ने अपने मॉड्यूल के अंदर कवर कर लिया है. अब इनसे क्वेश्चंस आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी जो है वो ज़्यादा बढ़ गई है. ओके, नाउ इफ यू वांट दीज नोट्स, इफ यू वांट टू डाउनलोड दीज नोट्स, इसका भी लिंक मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में अटैच कर दूंगी. यू नीड टू फिल दैट फॉर्म एंड उसके बाद में आपको जो है इन सप्लीमेंट्री नोट्स का एक्सेस प्रोवाइड कर दिया जाएगा. सो फॉर द नोट्स यू गॉट टू क्लिक ऑन द लिंक एंड फिल द रिस्पेक्टिव फॉर्म. उसके बाद में आपको इसका एक्सेस दिया जाएगा. नोट्स हैव बीन प्रिपेयर्ड चैप्टर वाइज. हर एक चैप्टर में जो भी चेंजेस हुए हैं, कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐड हुए हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐड हुए हैं, कुछ एग्जाम्पल केस स्टडीज ऐड हुए हैं, सारे के सारे नोट्स के अंदर आपको प्रोवाइडेड मिलेंगे. चलो अभी हम लोग शुरू करते हैं विद चैप्टर नंबर 11, दैट इज ऑडिट रिपोर्ट. So the first introduction that has been made is the purpose of SA 700. So all those of you who have studied SA 700, आप लोगों ने ये already पढ़ा है, फिर भी हम लोग इसको एक बार go through करते हैं because now this is a part of your study material. Okay, so SA 700, that is forming an opinion and reporting on financial statement. It deals with the auditor's responsibility. Number one is to form an opinion on the financial statements. It also deals with the form and content of the report that is issued as a result of an audit of the financial statement. The requirements of this essay are aimed at addressing an appropriate balance between the need for consistency and comparability in the auditor reporting globally and the need to increase the value of the auditor reporting by making the information provided in the auditor's report more relevant to the users. So basically to enhance the comparability, and that audit reports issued by each and every auditor for different companies should be uniform. So to increase the uniformity, the consistency, and to enhance the comparability of the audit report, this SA 700 has been issued. It promotes consistency in the auditor's report but recognizes the need for flexibility. So each and every audit report should be similar. They should be similar but not identical. Flexibility होना चाहिए to communicate the proper audit opinion that is to be issued. Consistency in the auditor's report when the audit has been conducted in accordance with SAs promotes credibility in the global marketplace by making more readily identifiable those audits that have been conducted in accordance with the globally recognized auditing standards. It also helps to promote users' understanding and to identify unusual circumstances when they occur. So this is the purpose of issuing SA 700, that comparability will increase, global market में the credibility of the Indian audit reports would increase if they are uniform. यूजर्स की अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंक्रीज होगी बिकॉज हर ऑडिट रिपोर्ट सिमिलर तरीके से प्रिपेयर की जाएगी. चलो, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक दैट हैज बीन इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ द जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क. जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क क्या होते हैं? It is a framework wherein the financial statements are prepared in such a manner which are designed to meet the common financial information needs of a wide range of users. As you can see, the name suggests itself general. That means it is meant for use of a wide range of users. जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, हम जो भी पीएल और बैलेंस शीट देखते हैं वो जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं, सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स के लिए बने होते हैं. तो वो जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स जिस फ्रेमवर्क के तहत बनाया जाता है उसको कहते हैं जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क. नाउ दिस जनरल पर्पस एफआरएफ मतलब फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क को हम एफआरएफ कहते हैं. दिस एफआरएफ कैन बी क्लासिफाइड इनटू टू टाइप्स. वन इज द फेयर प्रेजेंटेशन फ्रेमवर्क, सेकेंड वन इज द कंप्लायंस फ्रेमवर्क. फेयर प्रेजेंटेशन फ्रेमवर्क क्या कहते हैं? It is used to refer to a financial reporting framework that requires compliance with the requirements of the framework. Framework में जो भी guidelines लिखी गई है उसी के हिसाब से FS should be prepared. But it also acknowledges two things. Number one, it acknowledges explicitly or implicitly that in order to achieve fair presentation, it may be necessary for management to provide disclosures beyond those specifically required by the framework. तो framework के अलावा भी अगर और कोई disclosures required है so that the financial statements achieve a fair presentation, तो वो भी किया जा सकता है. Secondly, it also acknowledges explicitly or implicitly that it may be necessary for the management to depart from a requirement of the framework to achieve fair presentation of the financial statements. तो डिपार्चर भी कर सकते हैं, कुछ एडिशनल डिस्क्लोजर भी दे सकते हैं, बट अगेन वी नीड टू कंप्लाई विथ द रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ द एफआरएफ. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड कंप्लायंस फ्रेमवर्क विच इज द सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ द एफआरएफ, कंप्लायंस फ्रेमवर्क में ये कहा जाता है कि financial statements should be prepared only and only in compliance with the requirements of the FRF. No additional disclosures, no departure from the FRF should be made. इसको कहते हैं compliance, कि जो लिखा है भैया उसका compliance कर दो. Now, when the financial statements are prepared in accordance with a fair presentation framework, now why is this FRF important for us to understand when we are issuing audit report? Because जिस तरह का FRF use किया जाता है in the preparation of financial statements, according to that the auditor needs to issue an audit report. So when the financial statements are prepared in accordance with the fair presentation framework, the evaluation mentioned above shall include an evaluation. So auditor को कुछ specific evaluations करनी पड़ती है. इफ यू रिमेंबर ऐसे 700 के अंदर में लिखा गया था ऑडिटर को कुछ स्पेसिफिक इवैल्यूएशंस करने होते हैं. उन स्पेसिफिक इवैल्यूएशंस के अंदर इफ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स हैव बीन प्रिपेयर्ड एज पर द फेयर प्रेजेंटेशन फ्रेमवर्क, तो ये दो और इवैल्यूएशन ऑडिटर को करना होगा. क्या इवैल्यूएशन? दैट द ओवरऑल प्रेजेंटेशन, structure and content of the financial statements and whether the financial statements including the related notes represent the underlying transaction and events in a manner that achieves fair presentation. So regarding fair presentation, the auditor needs to consider the following. Okay. Next topic that has been added is the going concern paragraph. You know that this is also an element of the audit report, right? तो यहाँ पे बताया गया कि where applicable the auditor shall report in accordance with SA 570, that is relating to your going concern, right? Now under the going concern basis of accounting, financial statements are prepared on an assumption that the entity is a going concern and it will continue its operations in the foreseeable future. General purpose financial statements are prepared using the going concern basis of accounting unless management either intends to liquidate the entity or to cease the operations or has no realistic alternative but to do so. जब तक कि मैनेजमेंट का ऐसा कोई इंटेंशन नहीं है टू लिक्विडेट द एंटिटी और टू सीज द ऑपरेशंस ऑफ द एंटिटी, बंद कर देना काम धंधा को, तब तक जनरल पर्पस फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड एज पर द गोइंग कंसर्न बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग। ये अजम्पशन से एफएस प्रिपेयर की जाती है। नाउ व्हेन वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स एज पर गोइंग कंसर्न अजम्पशन, what does it imply? It implies that the entity will realize all its assets in the normal course of business, and it will also be able to discharge all its liabilities. The auditor shall evaluate. Now auditor को क्या करना है? Auditor shall evaluate whether SAAE, sufficient appropriate audit evidence, has been obtained regarding and shall conclude on the appropriateness of management's use of the going concern basis of accounting. So management ने क्या किया? एफएस को प्रिपेयर किया एज पर द गोइंग कंसर्न बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग। ऑडिटर को क्या करना है? उसके लिए सफिशिएंट अप्रोप्रिएट ऑडिट एविडेंस जो है वो ऑब्टेन करना है, दैट द यूज ऑफ द बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग, द गोइंग कंसर्न बेसिस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग इज अप्रोप्रिएट इन द गिवन सर्कमस्टांसेस। Now, based on the audit evidence obtained, the auditor shall conclude whether in the auditor's judgment any material uncertainty exists related to events or conditions that individually or collectively may cast significant doubt on the entity's ability to continue as a going concern. क्या ऐसी कोई material uncertainty दिखती है जिससे कि ऑडिटर को ये शक हो रहा है that the entity may not continue as a going concern? Now, what does material uncertainty means? A material uncertainty exists when the magnitude of its potential impact and the likelihood of occurrence is such that, in the auditor's judgment, appropriate disclosures of nature and implications of the uncertainty is necessary. अगर ऑडिटर को लगता है ऐसा कोई इवेंट या कंडीशन है जिसका पोटेंशियल जो इम्पैक्ट होने वाला है, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड एंड द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ अकरेंस ऑफ दैट इवेंट और कंडीशन इज सच दैट फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में उसका सेपरेट डिस्क्लोजर रिक्वायर्ड है, इन केस ऑफ फेयर प्रेजेंटेशन एफआरएफ, फॉर द फेयर प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स दिस disclosure is required, and in case of compliance framework so that the financial statements may not be misleading, इसके लिए ये disclosure required है in the financial statements. अगर ऐसा कोई event condition है उसको हम कहते हैं it is a material uncertainty. ठीक है, चलो अगला जो टॉपिक है, ये जो भी टॉपिक्स देख रहे हैं हमने रेगुलर कोर्स के अंदर ऑलरेडी अपने बुक में इसको कवर किया था, बट दिस इज फॉर दो स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने ICAI स्टडी मटेरियल से अपना प्रिपरेशन किया है, पुराने स्टडी मटेरियल से, एंड नाउ यू वांट टू अपडेट योरसेल्फ। ठीक है, चलो अगला टॉपिक जो है कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ एन इनएबिलिटी टू ऑब्टेन सफिशिएंट अप्रोप्रिएट ऑडिट एविडेंस ड्यू टू अ मैनेजमेंट इम्पोज्ड लिमिटेशन आफ्टर द ऑडिटर हैज एक्सेप्टेड द एंगेजमेंट। So if after accepting the audit engagement, agar management imposes a limitation on the scope of your audit, what should the auditor do? So in that case, the auditor, if after accepting the engagement, the auditor becomes aware that the management has imposed a limitation on the scope of the audit, that the auditor considers likely that it would likely cause the auditor to issue a qualified opinion or to disclaim an opinion, ऐसा limitation management ने impose कर दिया which will cause me to issue a qualified opinion या फिर a disclaimer of opinion, in that case I will request the management that please remove the limitation on the scope of our audit. If the management refuses to remove the limitation, then the auditor shall communicate the matter to the TCWG, unless all those who are there in the TCWG are also part of the management. Unless that is the circumstance, auditor को communicate करना होगा with those charged with governance and also determine whether it is possible to perform any alternative audit procedures or not. If the auditor is unable to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence even after performing the alternative audit procedure, then the auditor shall determine the implications. If the auditor concludes that the possible effect of the undetected misstatements could be such that it could be both material and pervasive, in that case we need to issue a disclaimer of opinion अगर हम withdraw नहीं कर सकते हैं, और अगर the impact is material but not pervasive, then we can qualify the opinion. Material but not pervasive, we can qualify the opinion. इफ यू आर नॉट क्लियर विद द टाइप्स ऑफ ऑडिट ओपिनियन, मैंने एक वीडियो ऑलरेडी रिकॉर्ड की है रिगार्डिंग द टाइप्स ऑफ ऑडिट ओपिनियन, आप जाके उस वीडियो को देख सकते हैं और इससे आपका जो कॉन्सेप्ट है मॉडिफाइड ओपिनियन का वो पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा। नाउ अगर ऑडिटर ये कंक्लूड करता है दैट द पॉसिबल इफेक्ट ऑफ द अनडिटेक्टेड मिसस्टेटमेंट्स कुड बी बोथ मटीरियल एंड परवेसिव, so that a qualification of the opinion would be inadequate to communicate the gravity of the situation, then the auditor shall withdraw from the audit. Withdraw कर लेना चाहिए if possible, and if withdrawal is not possible, then the auditor needs to disclaim an opinion. If the auditor withdraws, then you have to communicate with the TCWG. Any matters regarding misstatements identified during the audit that would have cause the auditor to issue a modified opinion. Next topic is the basis for opinion section. इसमें लिखा गया है कि अगर ऑडिटर मॉडिफाइड ओपिनियन इशू करता है तो उसके बेसिस फॉर ओपिनियन सेक्शन में क्या क्या चेंजेस लानी पड़ेगी। सो इफ देयर इज अ मटीरियल मिस स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स दैट रिलेट्स टू स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट्स, कुछ अमाउंट्स के वजह से आपका मिस स्टेटमेंट है, देन द ऑडिटर शैल include quantitative disclosures in the notes to the financial statements. The auditor shall include in the basis for opinion section a description and quantification of the financial effects कि जो misstatement है due to the amounts, say for example inventories are overvalued by this much amount, तो उसका description and उसका financial effect, अनलेस इम्प्रैक्टिकेबल ऑडिटर को उसका फाइनेंशियल इफेक्ट भी बताना है कि हैड द इन्वेंट्रीज नॉट बीन ओवर वैल्यूड तो प्रॉफिट इतना से कम होता, ठीक है, प्रॉफिट इतना से कम होता है, उसका फाइनेंशियल इफेक्ट बताना है अनलेस इम्प्रैक्टिकेबल। इफ इट इज नॉट प्रैक्टिकेबल टू क्वांटिफाई द फाइनेंशियल इफेक्ट, तो ये स्टेट कर दो, स्टेट दैट द फाइनेंशियल इफेक्ट कैन नॉट बी क्वांटिफाइड। इफ देयर इज अ मटीरियल मिस स्टेटमेंट दैट रिलेट्स टू डिस्क्लोजर्स, टू नरेटिव डिस्क्लोजर्स, तो बेसिस फॉर ओपिनियन सेक्शन में ऑडिटर को ये बताना है दैट हाउ द डिस्क्लोजर्स आर मिसस्टेटेड। इफ देयर इज अ मटीरियल मिसस्टेटमेंट टू द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स दैट रिलेट टू नॉन डिस्क्लोजर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, नॉन डिस्क्लोजर, in that case auditor needs to discuss the same with TCWG. Describe in the basis for opinion section the nature of the omitted information, and unless prohibited by law regulation, उस prohibited information को अपनी basis for opinion section में include कर लेना है। If the modification results from an inability to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence, कि modification ऐसा है that I am not able to obtain SAAE, in that case basis for opinion section में I have to state the reasons for that inability. Say for example management has not provided adequate documentation, vouchers, books का access नहीं दिया उन्होंने, इसके वजह से I am not able to obtain SAAE. When the auditor expresses a qualified or adverse opinion, the auditor shall amend a statement about whether the audit evidence obtained is sufficient and appropriate or not. Because you are issuing qualified adverse opinion, तो जो एविडेंस आपको मिला क्या वो sufficient appropriate है, इसका एक स्टेटमेंट आपको लिखना है। एंड ऑल्सो जो बेसिस फॉर ओपिनियन सेक्शन है उसका जो टाइटल है उसको चेंज कर दिया जाएगा, बेसिस फॉर क्वालिफाइड ओपिनियन, बेसिस फॉर एडवर्स ओपिनियन, एज द केस में बी। Now when the auditor disclaims an opinion on the financial statements, disclaimer of opinion दिया, that means unable to obtain audit evidence on which the opinion can be based. In that case, the auditor shall not include the following required by SA 700. तो जो आपका reference है ना of the auditor's responsibility section, basis for opinion section में if you remember हम लोग एक reference देते हैं of the auditor's responsibility section, वो reference नहीं देना है। A statement that sufficient and appropriate audit evidence was obtained on which the audit opinion is based, ये भी statement नहीं लिखना है, because you have not obtained sufficient appropriate audit evidence, तो ये statement भी नहीं लिखना है report में। Even if the auditor has expressed an adverse opinion or disclaimed an opinion on the FS, the auditor shall describe in the basis for opinion section the reasons for any other matters of which the auditor is aware that would have required a modification to the opinion and the effects thereof. तो भले ही एडवर्स ओपिनियन दो, भले ही डिस्क्लेमर ऑफ ओपिनियन दो, बट और भी अगर कोई मैटर्स है विच वुड हैव कॉज द ऑडिटर टू इशू अ मॉडिफाइड ओपिनियन, उसको भी स्टेट करना है। दिस क्वेश्चन वाज आस्क्ड इन द January 21 एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ द CA इंटरमीडिएट। कि जब भी ऑडिटर एक मॉडिफाइड ओपिनियन इशू करेगा तो उनके बेसिस फॉर ओपिनियन सेक्शन में क्या क्या चेंजेस आएगी. Now, when the auditor disclaims an audit opinion that I have not obtained sufficient appropriate audit evidence on which I can base my audit opinion, in that case, auditor responsibility section जो होता है, auditor responsibility paragraph, उसमें कुछ changes होती हैं. That would be limited. ठीक है, उसके अंदर ऑडिटर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सेक्शन अदरवाइज बहुत लंबा होता है. बट इन केस यू इशू अ डिस्क्लेमर ऑफ ओपिनियन, यू हैव टू लिमिट द ऑडिटर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सेक्शन. अब उसमें मुझे क्या क्या चीजें डालनी है. अभी मुझे ऑडिटर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सेक्शन में सिर्फ ओनली इंक्लूड द फॉलोइंग. व्हाट इज टू बी इंक्लूडेड? A statement that the auditor's responsibility is to conduct an audit of the entity's financial statements in accordance with the standards on auditing. A statement that, however, because of the matters described in the basis for disclaimer of opinion section, the auditor was not able to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence to provide a basis for an audit opinion. The statement about auditor's independence and other ethical responsibilities. Only these three things have to be included in the auditor responsibility section. जो इतना लंबा चौड़ा हम लोग सारे एसेस का रेफरेंस देते हैं ऑडिटर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सेक्शन में, वो नहीं देना है. इन विच केस? इन केस व्हेन द ऑडिटर इशूज अ डिस्क्लेमर ऑफ ओपिनियन. चलो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक देखो. कंसिडरेशंस व्हेन द ऑडिटर डिस्क्लेम्स एन ओपिनियन ऑन द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स. नाउ व्हेनेवर द ऑडिटर इज डिस्क्लेमिंग एन ओपिनियन, that means I have not obtained sufficient appropriate audit evidence. In that case, the auditor shall not include key audit matter paragraph in the audit report unless required by law regulation. अगर लॉ रेगुलेशन कहता है कि आपको की ऑडिट मैटर पैराग्राफ इंक्लूड करना पड़ेगा तभी आप करेंगे. अदरवाइज अगर आपने डिस्क्लेमर दिया है, दैट मीन्स यू हैव नॉट ऑब्टेन्ड ऑडिट एविडेंस एंड द पॉसिबल इफेक्ट इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी बोथ मटीरियल एंड परवेसिव. तो आप कैसे की ऑडिट मैटर्स को आइडेंटिफाई कर पा रहे हैं, कैसे आप उनको एड्रेस कर पा रहे हैं? सो इन दैट केस नॉट टू इंक्लूड की ऑडिट मैटर पैराग्राफ. Communication with those charged with governance when modifying opinion. So whenever I am going to issue a modified opinion, be it adverse opinion, be it qualified opinion, be it disclaimer of opinion, मुझे communicate करना पड़ेगा with the TCWG. क्या communicate करना पड़ेगा? The reasons for such modification, the circumstances that led to the modification and the proposed wording of the audit report. जो ऑडिट ओपिनियन की वर्डिंग होगी, फ्रेजिंग होगी, उसको भी डिस्कस करेंगे विद द TCWG. नेक्स्ट ये वाला ऐसे 706 से रिलेटेड है. सर्कमस्टांसेस व्हेन द ऑडिटर में कंसिडर नेसेसरी टू ऐड एम्फेसिस ऑफ मैटर पैराग्राफ, EOM पैराग्राफ. When there is an uncertainty relating to the future outcome of an exceptional litigation or regulatory action, but it has been disclosed in the FS, you know that EOM paragraph is to be included only to draw the user's attention to those circumstances, events or transactions which have been disclosed or recorded in the financial statements. तो FS में already इसको दिखाया गया है, but since it is very uncertain, exceptional litigation है, तो उसको हम लोग EOM paragraph के through emphasize करेंगे. A significant subsequent event that occurs between the date of the financial statements and the date of auditor's report, early application of a new accounting standard that has a material effect on the financial statements, a major catastrophe that has had or continues to have a significant effect on the entity का financial position. Now, the inclusion of EOM paragraph, if I am the auditor और मैंने emphasis of matter paragraph को include किया है अपनी audit report में, it is not a substitute for a modified opinion. It is not a substitute for disclosures in the financial statements. Neither it is a substitute for reporting in accordance with SA 570 when material uncertainty regarding going concern assumption exists. अगर material uncertainty है तो वो going concern paragraph में आप लिखो, उसके लिए EOM paragraph आपको नहीं add करना है. Whenever we are going to include emphasis of matter paragraph or other matter paragraph in the audit report, again we need to communicate with those charged with governance the expectation regarding this inclusion of EOM paragraph and the wording of the paragraph. अगर हम की ऑडिट मैटर पैराग्राफ इंक्लूड करते हैं ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में, उसको भी कम्युनिकेट करना है विद द TCWG. If we have determined that there are no key audit matters have been determined, this also needs to be communicated with the TCWG. The rationale of the auditor, the logic why no key audit matter paragraph, no key audit matters have been determined. Next, regarding SA 710. As per SA 710, the objectives of the auditor are to obtain SAAE about whether the comparative information included in the financial statement has been presented in all material respects in accordance with the requirements of the financial reporting framework, and to report in accordance with the auditor's reporting responsibilities. What are the audit procedures we need to perform regarding the comparative information? If the auditor becomes aware of a possible material misstatement in the comparative information while performing the current period audit, the auditor shall perform additional audit procedures as are necessary in the circumstances to obtain SAAE to determine whether material misstatement exists or not. If these financial statements were audited by a predecessor auditor, then shall also follow the requirements of SA 560, because प्रीडिसेसर ऑडिटर के लिए हो सकता है कुछ सब्सिक्वेंट इवेंट अकर हुआ हो जिसके वजह से ये जो रिपोर्टिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट है ये अराइज हो जाए. सो ऑल्सो कंसिडर द रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ SA 560. As required by SA 580, the auditor shall request written representations for all periods referred to in the audit opinion. The auditor shall also obtain specific written representation regarding any prior period item that is separately disclosed in the current year's statement of profit and loss. If prior period FS were audited by a predecessor auditor, in that case, auditor shall state the same in the other matter paragraph that financial statements of prior period were audited by a predecessor auditor. उनकी कौन सी opinion थी? Whether it was qualified opinion, whether it was adverse opinion, whether it was unmodified opinion. So the type of opinion expressed by the predecessor auditor and the date of the audit report. If the auditor concludes that material misstatement exists which affects current period FS, prior period financial statements में material misstatement थी which affects the current period FS, in that case, and the predecessor auditor had issued a unmodified opinion previously reported without modification, that means unmodified opinion. In that case, the auditor shall communicate the misstatement with the appropriate level of management TCWG and request the management that the predecessor auditor should be informed, because उन्होंने गलत opinion दिया था, एक ऐसी misstatement थी which was material और उन्होंने modified opinion नहीं दिया, unmodified opinion दिया, तो उनको भी communicate करना चाहिए. If the prior period financial statements are amended and the predecessor auditor agrees to issue a new audit report on the amended FS of the prior period, the auditor shall report only on the current period, because जो भी misstatement की वजह से the opinion is required to be changed, अगर predecessor auditor उसको change करके new audit report दे देता है, then the auditor will report only on the current period FS. If prior period financial statements are unaudited, in that case other matter paragraph include कर लेंगे, but in no case the responsibility of the current auditor is limited, because उनको जो opening balances है ऐसे 510 के तहत उनको opening balances के अंदर तो check करना ही है whether any misstatements exist in the opening balance which affect the current period financial statements or not. So these are basically the inclusions in the topics that have been made. Now let's come to some examples and case studies that have been added. Let me tell you, example case studies बहुत ही simple हैं. शुरू के कुछ जो examples हैं, illustrations हैं, those are related to audit report. How practically audit report के elements you will write. Drafting कैसे होगी? Basically relating to drafting. अगर आपने कभी भी कोई audit report का एक प्रोफोर्मा देखा है तो आप ये इसको बहुत ही अच्छे से समझ पाओगे. देखते हैं एक एक करके. Messrs. Smart and Associates are the statutory auditors of Hot Meals Limited for the financial year 2021. How will the auditor address the audit report issued on the financial statements? Address, तो basically addressee के बारे में लिखना है. Also give a title to the audit report. Since it's a company, तो addressee कौन होंगे? To the members of Hot Meals Limited. और title क्या होगा? Independent Auditors Report. नेक्स्ट देखो, रिचा इंटरनेशनल इज अ पार्टनरशिप फर्म डीलिंग इन एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ ब्लैंकेट्स. द पार्टनर्स ऑफ द फर्म आर रिचा एंड आशीष. Explain how the statutory auditor of the firm will address the audit report. Again, address. Since the client is a partnership firm, to the partners of Richa International. And title तो same ही होगा, Independent Auditors Report. Next देखो, Messrs. Amitabh and Associates are the statutory auditors of Ringston Limited, which is a company engaged in the business of manufacture of pen drives. The auditor has started drafting the audit report for the financial year 2021. CA Amitabh, the engagement partner, is of the view that the financial statements of Ringston Limited represent a true and fair view. Give the draft of the opinion section. Opinion paragraph हमें बताना है. Opinion section में, if you remember, we include the name of the entity, the title of every financial statement that is audited, the period under audit, and that in our opinion and to the best of our information and according to the explanations given to us, the aforesaid financial statements give the information required by the act in the manner so required and give a true and fair view in conformity with the accounting principles generally accepted of the state of affairs as on this date and the PL, profit and loss, for the year ending on that date. So basically name of the entity is there, FS का title is there, period under audit is there, period under audit, and lastly the opinion. ये सब चीजों को कैसे लिखना है ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में, उसी का एक इलस्ट्रेशन है. ओके, नेक्स्ट देखो, Messrs. Kite Wright and Associates are the statutory auditors of Prime Deluxe Limited for the financial year 2021. At the time of finalizing the audit report, one of the engagement team members, Mr. Robin, asked the engagement partner CA Kite as to what all should be included in the basis of opinion paragraph. The engagement partner CA Kite explained the team in detail and asked Mr. Robin to draft such a section. तो basically basis for opinion section का drafting कैसे होगा? If you remember, 4 things are to be included in the basis for opinion section. That the audit has been conducted in accordance with all the standards on auditing. That the auditor has complied with the ethical requirements and is independent of the entity. We also include a reference of the auditor's responsibility section. Auditor's responsibility section, and that sufficient appropriate audit evidence has been obtained. तो देखते हैं कैसे ड्राफ्ट किया गया है. We conducted our audit in accordance with the standards on auditing specified under section 143 subsection 10 of the Companies Act 2013. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of financial statements. We are independent of the company in accordance with the code of ethics issued by the ICAI, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the financial statements. We have fulfilled our ethical responsibilities in accordance with the requirements and the code of ethics. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. इस तरह का छोटा कोई ड्राफ्टिंग का क्वेश्चन आपके एग्जाम में भी आ सकता है. सो इफ यू आर अवेयर ऑफ द कंटेंट दैट इज बीइंग इंक्लूडेड, आप एक बेसिक ड्राफ्ट फॉर कंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हैं. Next is Diamond Shine Limited is a company engaged in the manufacture of detergent. Messrs. Bright and Associates are the statutory auditors of the company. Explain how the paragraph related to management's responsibility will come in the auditor's report. तो management responsibility section में आप देख सकते हैं कैसा लिखा गया है यहाँ पर. This responsibility shall include maintenance of adequate accounting records, okay, selection, application of appropriate accounting policies, making judgments and estimates that are reasonable and prudent, design, implementation, maintenance of adequate IFC, ability to continue, the entity's ability to continue as a going concern is assessed. So management is responsible for assessing the company's ability to continue as a going concern, disclosing as applicable matters relating to going concern and using the going concern basis of accounting unless management either intends to liquidate the company or to cease the operations. तो इस तरह से पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मैनेजमेंट की मैनेजमेंट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सेक्शन में आ गई. Next illustration, Messrs. Ajay Vijay and Associates are the statutory auditors of Sarovar Limited for the financial year 2021. The company is engaged in the business of manufacture of water bottles. At the time of finalizing the auditor's report, one of the team members asked CA Ajay, the engagement partner, to advise as to how the auditor's responsibilities can be shown in an appendix to the auditor's report. How the auditor's responsibility. ड्राफ्ट द ऑडिटर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पैराग्राफ सो एज टू एडवाइज द ऑडिट टीम मेंबर. तो ये पूरा जो ऑडिटर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सेक्शन का कंटेंट हम पढ़ते हैं उसी को पूरा ड्राफ्ट यहाँ पे करके लिखा गया है. एंड सिंस इट इज इंक्लूडेड एज एन अपेंडिक्स, जो डिटेल्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होती है, एक तो जनरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हो गई, दैट टू ऑब्टेन रीजनेबल अश्योरेंस, टू इशू ऑडिट रिपोर्ट, ये सब जनरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो गया. डिटेल्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो होगा वो हमने एक अपेंडिक्स में इंक्लूड कर दिया गया. तो उसकी ड्राफ्टिंग कैसे है? A further description of our responsibilities for the audit of FS is included in Appendix X of this auditor's report. This description, which is located at this number, this page number, or the specific reference to the location of description, forms part of our auditor's report. Messrs. TUV and Associates are the statutory auditors of Venice Limited for the financial year 2021. At the time of finalizing the auditor's report, one of the audit team members asked the engagement partner CA Tarun as to explain as to how the auditor's report will be signed. So it is to be signed on behalf of the audit firm. तो signature कैसा होगा देखो. Messrs. TUV and Associates Chartered Accountant firm का registration number, engagement partner का signature होगा, signature, name of the members signing the audit report, उनका designation and their membership number, and then place and date. Next illustration देखो, Super Duper Limited is a company engaged in the manufacture of office furniture. Messrs. Young, Old and Associates are the statutory auditors of the company for the financial year 2021. During the year under audit, the engagement partner CA Young noticed that the company has not bifurcated its loans into long term and short term. CA Young understands that such misstatement is not pervasive, it is material but not pervasive. तो कौन सी ओपिनियन देंगे? क्वालिफाइड ओपिनियन देंगे. Messrs. Taj Raj and Associates are the statutory auditors of Polex Limited, engaged in the manufacture of premium watches for the financial year 2021. During the course of audit, CA Taj, the engagement partner, found that the stocks and debtors of the company constituting about 80% of the total assets, that means a substantial proportion of the total assets, are not realizable. Further, the cashier of the company has committed a fraud during the year under audit. Both the facts are not reflected in the financial statements. Accordingly, CA Taj is of the view that the impact of both these situations is material एंड परवेसिव. मटीरियल तो है ही, साथ साथ परवेसिव भी है. तो कौन सी ओपिनियन देंगे? मैम देंगे एडवर्स ओपिनियन. ऑल्सो फ्रॉड किया गया है तो कारो पैराग्राफ नंबर 3 क्लॉज 10 ऑफ कारो 2020 के अंदर भी रिपोर्टिंग होगी, सेक्शन 143(12) के अंदर भी रिपोर्टिंग होगी इफ एप्लीकेबल. ओके, मतलब अगर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को रिपोर्टिंग है मोर देन 1 crore टू सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, अदरवाइज इफ लेस देन इक्वल टू 1 crore देन ऑडिट कमेटी को रिपोर्टिंग करनी पड़ेगी. Delightful Limited is a company engaged in the production of smiley balls. During the financial year 2021, the company transferred its accounts to computerized system SAP from the manual system of accounts. Since the employees of the company were not well versed with the SAP system, there were many errors in the accounting during the transition period. As such, the statutory auditors of the company were not able to extract correct data and reports from the system. Such data was not available manually also. Further, the employees and the management of the company were not supportive in providing the requisite information. Basically, audit evidence कुछ भी प्राप्त नहीं हो पाया. इससे पढ़ के क्या समझ में आ रहा है? ना ही SAP सिस्टम से डेटा मिला, वो डेटा मैनुअली भी नहीं मेंटेन था, ना ही मैनेजमेंट और एम्प्लॉइज जो है वो रिक्विजिट इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करें टू द ऑडिटर. इन दैट केस व्हाट टाइप ऑफ ओपिनियन आर वी गोइंग टू इशू? सिंस द ऑडिटर हैज not obtained sufficient appropriate audit evidence and the impact is both material and pervasive, could be both material and pervasive, in that case disclaimer of opinion. क्योंकि कुछ भी तो डेटा नहीं मिला है तो परवेसिव इम्पैक्ट है, इसलिए डिस्क्लेमर ऑफ ओपिनियन. नेक्स्ट इलस्ट्रेशन देखो, Messrs. Daisy and Associates are the statutory auditors of Zebra Limited for the financial year 2021. CA Daisy, the engagement partner, wants to verify the cash in hand as on 31st March 2021. The cash balance is rupees 1 lakh and the turnover of the company is rupees 6 crores. The management of the company informs CA Daisy that such cash verification is not possible as the cashier is on leave for his marriage and no other employees available as all are busy in the year ending activities. Explain the relevant provision. तो अब हम क्या करेंगे? The management has imposed a limitation after the engagement is accepted. Now the auditor needs to consider whether the impact of this limitation on the scope is both material and pervasive. If it is likely to cause a modification to the audit report, then auditor needs to request the management to remove the limitation. If the management refuses to remove the limitation, तो auditor को alternative procedures perform करने होंगे. अगर उससे evidence मिला तो ठीक है. Otherwise, the auditor will have to disclaim and otherwise the auditor will have to consider the impact of such misstatement, whether it is material pervasive or material but not pervasive. Accordingly, उसको अपनी opinion देनी पड़ेगी. इन दिस केस, पर्टिकुलर केस, क्वालिफाइड ओपिनियन, क्योंकि सिर्फ कैश को लेके वेरिफिकेशन पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो इम्पैक्ट इज नॉट परवेसिव, हेंस अ क्वालिफाइड ओपिनियन इज टू बी इशूड. नेक्स्ट देखो, कम्युनिकेशन विद दोज चार्ज विद गवर्नेंस व्हेन मॉडिफाइंग द ओपिनियन. सो मेसर्स सन मून एंड एसोसिएट्स आर द स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिटर्स ऑफ वेनस लिमिटेड फॉर द फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2021. owing to the pervasive nature of the material misstatements in the financial statements, CA Moon, the engagement partner, decided to give an adverse opinion. Explain the responsibility of CA Moon in respect to communication with the TCWG. तो CA Moon को communicate करना पड़ेगा the circumstance that led to such modification and the proposed wording of the audit report. Next illustration, Lomax Limited is a company engaged in the business of manufacture of candles. CA Kamal Nath is the statutory auditor of the company for financial year 2021. During the year under audit, there was a fire in the company's factory, as a result of which some of the company's plant and machinery was destroyed. The same was disclosed by the company in the financial statements. CA Kamal Nath decided to communicate this matter in the audit report, as he is of the view that the matter is of such importance that it is fundamental to the user's understanding of the financial statements. Hence, CA Kamal Nath help CA Kamal Nath to deal with this situation. तो ऑडिटर को क्या करना होगा, यहाँ पर एम्फेसिस ऑफ मैटर पैराग्राफ डालना होगा. इसकी वर्डिंग कैसे होगी देखो, एम्फेसिस ऑफ मैटर, तो द मैटर यू हैव डिस्क्लोज्ड, इफेक्ट्स ऑफ फायर इन द कंपनीज फैक्ट्री. We draw attention to note Y of the company of the financial statements which describe the effects of a fire in the company's factory. Our opinion is not modified. So, since we have included this matter in the EOM paragraph, it does not imply that our opinion is modified with respect to this matter. तो ये भी लिख दिया. अगर कोई भी CAM नहीं है, if there are no CAM, then how to present the CAM paragraph? हम लोग ये लिखेंगे that except for the matters described in the basis for qualified opinion section or material uncertainty relating to going concern assumption, we have determined that there are no other key audit matters to communicate in our report. और कोई भी key audit matter नहीं determine की गई है. एक्सेप्ट फॉर दीज मैटर्स, अगर अपने क्वालिफाइड ओपिनियन दिया है या एडवर्स ओपिनियन दिया है, या फिर अगर गोइंग कंसर्न पैराग्राफ इंक्लूड किया है, मटेरियल अनसर्टेनिटी रिलेटिंग टू गोइंग कंसर्न अजम्पशन, उन दोनों के अलावा कोई भी की ऑडिट मैटर नहीं है. बिकॉज अगर एडवर्स ओपिनियन दिया है या क्वालिफाइड ओपिनियन दिया है, या फिर we have included the going concern paragraph relating to material uncertainty, in that case वो तो already key audit matters है ही, उसके अलावा और कोई key audit matter नहीं डिटरमिन की गई है. फिर यहाँ पर कुछ करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस दो और ऐड हुए हैं, देख लेते हैं. When the auditor has to express an adverse opinion, he need not communicate with TCWG, as this may have an impact on the payment of the audit fees. तो बिल्कुल गलत है ये. ऑडिटर को कम्युनिकेट करना होगा, क्या क्या कम्युनिकेट करना होगा, द सर्कमस्टांस दैट लेड टू सच मॉडिफिकेशन एंड ऑल्सो द वर्डिंग ऑफ द मॉडिफिकेशन. Instead of modifying an opinion in accordance with SA 705, the auditor can include a key audit matter paragraph. बिल्कुल स्टेटमेंट इनकरेक्ट है, बिकॉज key audit matter paragraph is not a substitute for the modification of audit report in accordance with SA 705. Other than this, some theoretical questions have been added from your RTPs past papers. तो basically जो questions RTPs में थे, past RTPs में कुछ एग्जाम्स में पूछे गए थे, उनको इंस्टीट्यूट ने अब इन चैप्टर्स के अंदर ही इनकॉर्पोरेट कर दिया है. You can just go through. I have given the hints also to all the answers. I hope you now have updated yourself completely. सारे जो changes थे वो आपने पढ़ लिए हैं, समझ लिए हैं. कुछ भी query हो, you can write down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. If you want to download these notes, there is a link in the description box of this video. Click on that link, fill that form. You will be provided access to all the notes. I hope you found this helpful. If you like the video, do hit the like button and also share with all your friends who are going to appear for the May 21 or further examinations, so that they can also update themselves with the changes that have been made in the new ICAI study material. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep working hard for the examinations, and I wish you all the good luck and best wishes from my side for the upcoming examinations. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.